funny thing about imagination when you're not doing the right things and you try to hide that you're not doing the right things. When you're doing the wrong things, you never know who keeps capturing it and who's recording it. You never know who's saying it or what evidence or what situation it's in. Risk protection. Cloud folders, you never know what happening, who's doing what. Let my evidence be your evidence, please. Let my evidence be your evidence. I think this is church number 5 or 4 today. Let my evidence be evidence. Keep them from admitting me, please. Let due process begin. First Amendment standing, please. First Amendment standing. Christ-like gentle lobbying, basically. Loss of health, pain problems, probably body will never be the same. And it's going to be ruled as murder. And people that are participating in it, I advise you don't participate in it. And do the right thing. Because they tried to dispose of me in the hospital. From the very beginning, they put me in that room and they were laughing when the crime fighter that was supposed to do the intake, or was guarding the intake, when I saw him laughing when I was walking through the doors, I knew that it was planned. When I called my father and picked it up to talk to him, and the person at the front desk was doing evil things while I was calling, making fun, and I knew it was planned. You guys are going to have to get past that planned placement in the hospital in 2013. And everything you plan, and the breach of privacy for no reason when you try to cover up that I ran the group houses on Beechwood 3338 Beechwood, and I lived there and I worked at my father's business for free, basically, for years. And all that work, free work, only amounted to nothing, basically, but being trapped in the basement, being tortured by the very same people that raised me, starved, and literally suffering for years and years and years and years and years. And this is true, and if it's not true, you have to go to court to prove it if you think it's not true. This is all true. Risk protection. Risk protection. That's why you people would never amount to anything your families would never amount to anything if you participate in what's happening. If I were you, I would worry about doing the right things and being honest and saying what you did to me and what you're doing to me. When I didn't want to participate in it from the very beginning, the investigators check, they'll see I sent you me. When you were doing things like reading my emails to certain places like VP Records and all that, I was emailing you at the same time and telling you about the privacy issues and could you just speak to me if you wanted to know anything. But you deleted the emails out of those sendbacks to those technologies. You misrepresented those companies by using those technologies falsely. You misrepresented those companies, and you misrepresented a lot of Black Americans in my life, basically. You are being very cheap with life. You could have simply paid for me to go to college, and if you wanted to do something, but you didn't want to do anything like that. You weren't doing anything special for me because I was doing my thing. I was gifted. You gave me neurological problems and pain problems over for years. I was sitting in bed for 3 years in pain, couldn't move. I was having all kind of problems because of the doctors you laced with your evil situations, misusing those those pharmaceuticals and creating your own contacted potions of witchcraft, of pharmaceuticals, basically. I'm simply lobbying peacefully. First Amendment, first standing. As always, how are you doing? Can I speak to the sheriff? Can I go to court and tell my story and be representative? Can an investigator check all this stuff? That's all I ever send an email and say. I'm having a problem. I used to run group houses in Cleveland Heights. You're an investigator. Could you please come speak to me and check what will happen to me? If you get those emails and then get my dad to come and admit me to the hospital, and then you did it to the point where you put me on the guardianship of my own mother abusing me, who's being controlled by my dad. You guys are so cheap with life. Was I that important? Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why couldn't you guys just leave me alone and leave my life the way it was? Just not disturb my life. But you had to disturb it. Someone that I never met, never knew, who cared about, I just cared about going to college and getting my life together. You had to disturb my life for absolutely no reason. 20 plus years of just not minding your own business and leaving me alone. Please be honest, and if you can speak to me, try to find somebody to communicate with me in these churches. I'm trying to figure out if you're being blocked from speaking to me. But just simply just realize I'm being honest, and all they have to do is go to court. Another location to that.